welcome back to Tiny House Big Magic. So today we're going to be trying to catch up with the last 2 months through this documentary. We're going to move the house in a couple of days' time, so I'm going to quickly run you through what we've been up to the last couple of months to get it up to this point. Super excited to be moving it and for it to be almost livable. It's been quite a journey. I'll be honest, I'm pretty exhausted and pretty excited in about equal amounts at the moment. So yeah, let's get stuck into it. I'm sorry it's kind of a little bit brief, but I'll just try and run you through everything that's been going on in the last few months. So yeah, the next stage in the process was to put in the bathroom walls. I cut around and prepped all the steel. Mr. Pickles welded it into frames, and then we bolted those into the wall. They went in really nicely. Following on from that, it was to line the bathroom walls on both sides and polyurethane them. And then also we did the wheel arches. I did these with my friend Jules, who's a very particular joiner, so they came out really nice. Thank you very much for your help, Jules. I'd seen on a tiny house documentary a door that went into the wall, and I thought that's a brilliant space-saving idea, so I suggested it to Mr. Pickles, and then he found some runners at Wastebusters, our local recycling centre, for $2, so that was done. And the paint ended up being mistakenly purple. It was a good mistake. So the bathroom was next, sponsored by Wastebusters. Well, I got all of my stuff secondhand from there, the bathroom cabinet, the toilet roll holder, the towel rails, and I also did the flooring myself, so I got an off-cut pack from a local business, which kept the cost down, and then I just laid the floor myself. It's just those lino planks. I'd been looking for a gas oven for ages, found one on Trade Me, an old white one, and I gave it a facelift, which was quite fun. Completely stripped it back and covered it in a high heat paint, specifically for ovens, and it came up really well. It looked like an expensive retro new thing. So that was a feature in the kitchen. Yay. I was also pretty stoked with my Venetian blinds. Very posh. They're real wood, and they're very hard to come by secondhand, and they were actually in the sale, so I was stoked with that. And at the same time as getting them, I went to the big city down to Dunedin, and I also picked up some wooden curtain rails for in the downstairs and also upstairs in my bedroom. Then the second mezzanine went in, above the lancet window. I got donated some beautiful carpet, which is bright red, which goes really fantastically with the build and kind of reflects off the roof, which looks quite cool. The next thing to go in was the storage for the master bedroom. So that was a steel frame. Again, I cut the steel, Mr. Pickles welded it. Then it was lining the storage, and that was for a chest of drawers, just to give me a bit of extra space in the bedroom, and also because we had to go over the top of the French doors, just because of the height of the French doors. So Mr. Pickles came up with the genius idea to do a step up, which worked really well. My next project was to create the bench seat, so I did that with loads of recycled wood from Wastebusters again, and created this beautiful seat. I did then covered it in red line ply, and I also made a little storage box off to the side, so you can fit heaps of stuff in there. I'll have my yoga mats and meditation stuff in there, and then there was also heaps of storage underneath as well, and I'll get loads of comfy cushions. So in the storage at the moment, there's heaps of stuff in there, but it's mainly my tools. Then I got to do cool things like putting the curtains up and finding storage options. We were back outside after that, doing the barge boards on the lancet window, doing the last of the battens on the side of the house, doing the huge amazing shed. There's 2 functions for this. The bottom part of it is for the gas bottles, and the top part is storage for me, so that when I go away on tours, I can just rent my house out and lock all my stuff in the front of the shed when I go away. Clever fish. Also, we put the last window in, which was a momentous occasion, and also fitted the caligas, so it started to look like a real house. The next big project was the kitchen bench, which was made from 3 rough-sawn pieces of macrocarpa timber. My friend Ben let me come and bug him at his workshop for the day, and he helped me put it together. Wouldn't have done it without him. Yeah, ended up with beautiful edges, glued it all down. Then after that there was a massive amount of sanding, so there was a lot of that going on to bring the beautiful grain of the wood out, and then a hole was cut for the sink, and the sink was prepped and glued into the hole, and then voila, we had a kitchen bench. The next crazy invention was Pickles' fabrication of the spiral staircase that folds away, but we'll have more on that later on, so stay tuned.